And he just taped that intro onto the front of this Marvel clip, and then we'll just do the Marvel after you get that intro taped into the front of it. Hi, Rusty here again, Cosmic Comics. Here today, obviously, to talk about the 9th annual Cosmic Madness Tournament. It is the required reading Rumble. And it is comic books. It is comic books. We've never done comic books before, so we thought we'd try something new this year. And in the past, we've said greatest superhero. We've said greatest team. We've said best woman superhero. I'm not really going to use those terms this year. There's only 32 comics to pick from. There's only 32 spots. 8 DCs, 8 Marvels, 8 Image, 8 everything else. Are these the 32 best comic books of all time? Wow, there's an argument. You could make thousands to choose from, is my point. There's so many to choose from this year. I'm not going to say these are the 32 best comics of all time. I am going to say they are required reading, and I hope you are ready to rumble. Every one of these books, we think, me, Andy, David, think you should read. They're all great, and they're all totally worth reading. And you're going to vote on which one you think is best of these choices. And we tried to pick stuff that was newer, readily available, still sort of mattered. I mean, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby did fantastic stuff in the 60s, and you might say some of those are the best comics of all time. We're not talking about those, okay? We're talking about current, modern comics. There's only 32 to pick from. And these are the ones that we choose.
Let's get ready to rumble!
We are here to announce the 8 contestants from Marvel Comics that will be entered into the 9th annual Cosmic Madness Tournament. Reading, sorry, it's a tongue twister, required reading Rumble. These are the 8 books we've picked out for Marvel. Alphabetical order once again. Notes once again. Fact check me if you want. Once again. First up for Marvel Comics. Civil War. Hey, to me, Civil War is the comic that started it all for Marvel. Came out in 2006, 7-issue miniseries. Huge mega event, tons of crossovers, tons of spin-offs. It was really the first one that did that in the modern age. And then Marvel did annual events based off of Civil War for the next decade. This is where it all starts, to me, the modern Marvel universe. Civil War's catchphrase, whose side are you on? Most of you guys know this one by now. There was a huge disaster. The New Warriors, a bunch of fools, blew up some stuff. Nuke was involved. Things got blown up. People died. The government said we can't have all these superheroes running around. We need some control over them. We're going to pass a registration act. And some people liked it. Iron Man joins the sides of the government. Some people didn't like it. Captain America's totally against it. And, people chose their sides, and it was Marvel's Civil War. Marvel Universe was never the same after that. Everything came based off this. You can still read stuff today that comes out, and they'll mention Civil War. Things like, oh, we used to hate each other. Things like that. But it's great. It's important. It's awesome. Captain America surfs on a supersonic jet at some point. It is a Mark Millar book. So there is some wackiness to it. And Civil War, hugely important for Marvel Comics. And the first entry in the Marvel bracket for the required reading Rumble. Next up in the Marvel bracket is Daredevil Born Again. Could have picked a bunch of different Daredevil books to put in the tournament. I mean, the Brian Michael Bendis run is great. The Ed Brubaker run is great. The original Frank Miller run is great. But this is the one we went with, Daredevil Born Again. This is one of my all-time personal favorites. And it is only one volume, and self-contained, so it makes it a little easier. I mean, the Bendis run's 100 issues long. This one makes it a little easier if you just want to read a Daredevil story. It was published in 1986. There's that year again. It was issues 226 of 232 of the Daredevil series. And Frank Miller really came back to finish the story that he had started a couple years earlier. Totally a Kingpin story, totally a Karen Page story, totally a Hell's Kitchen story. It is awesome. I truly love it. There's a 3-page spread in here with Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man where they show up to help out Daredevil a little bit. It's truly awesome. One of when I read this in 1986, this is one of the first books I've ever read. It just hooked me on comics for my life. As I said, one of my all-time personal favorites, Daredevil Born Again. Next up, Hawkeye. Matt Fraction's Hawkeye. David Aja's Hawkeye. Hawkeye, the useless guy with a bow and arrow. Hawkeye, as we know him today, not the useless guy with the bow and arrow. He's still a little goofy, but he's so much better after Matt Fraction and David Aja got through with him. This is the Hawkeye that we know today. They are responsible for creating the character, modernizing it, bringing it up to date. The story is basically Hawkeye just trying to live his life, and boy, does that man have problems. You talk about life getting in the way. He's got girl problems. He's got landlord problems. He's got bad guy problems. He's got a dog. It is definitely a real life getting in the way book. And it was a critically just smash hit. Really incredible. People loved it. Sold tons of it. It's fantastic. But what makes it even more important is when you look at the storytelling, the style, the art by David Aja and by Matt Fraction in Hawkeye, and then you start looking around at the rack of new comics coming out today from Marvel. There are so many new comics coming out today that are based on this storytelling style. So if imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, then Hawkeye wins easily. Next up, Immortal Iron Fist. Guess what? Matt Fraction and David Aja again. There is some Brubaker in here, and there's some bunch of guest artists. David Aja's not the fastest artist in the world, but they did create Hawkeye, the modern version, and right here is the creation of the modern version of Iron Fist. Forget the TV show. Everything you want to know about Iron Fist, K-Lun, the immortal weapons, hundreds of years of history, what's going on with Danny Rand. I mean, this is the book you need to read. It's great. And if you read the new Iron Fist, which is coming out, which is also good, I enjoy a lot, that is the character that was established in this book, and some of the events that are playing out there started with this. The Immortal Iron Fist is definitely required reading and in the Marvel bracket. Next up, Old Man Logan. I love Old Man Logan. And any type of Old Man Logan, whatever story he's in, I really like Old Man Logan. I know some of you guys out there don't like Old Man Logan, would prefer the regular Wolverine. Fine, we'll get him back soon. I love my Old Man Logan. This is the original series. It was from 2008, and it was originally published in the Wolverine book, issues 66 to 72, if you want to look it up. It's a Mark Millar book. It's a Steve McNiven book. They also did Civil War. Same team as did that. It does feature a Venom dinosaur. Yes, a Venom dinosaur. Coolest Venom character ever. Hate Venom. Love the Venom dinosaur. It is technically an alternate Earth. Takes place 50 years in the future. This tells you all you need to know about why Old Man Logan's the way he is, why the Wastelands came to be, what happened to him, to the future. And then, of course, after Secret Wars, during Secret Wars, they brought Old Man Logan back, and he's firmly entrenched in the mainstream books now. But this was the one that started it all. This will tell you all you need to know about Old Man Logan. All right, let's see here. Next up, Planet Hulk. Well, let me tell you guys, if your friends shot you into deep space and left you there for dead, you might be pretty mad too. Planet Hulk originally appeared in the Incredible Hulk series, 2006, issues 92 to 105. And that's how it started. Old Reed Richards and the Illuminati, up to no good, decided they want the Hulk out of the way. They shoot him off into space. He ends up on a barren, desolate planet, barbarians, corrupt emperor, just shenanigans going on, and he's pissed. So what does the Hulk do? He just conquers the planet. That's why it's called Planet Hulk. It's big, it's bold, it's Hulk smash, it's great, super powerful. I love it. It's the way the Hulk should be. And if this is not enough for you, the book after this is called World War Hulk. He conquers the planet. He gets on his jet airplane or supersonic spaceship or whatever and comes back to Earth looking for Reed Richards and the Illuminati. And World War Hulk happens. It's the Hulk. It's big. It's bad. It's brutal. Hulk smash! Next up, Secret Wars. Sort of a sad one, I know. But if Civil War, I call Civil War the start of the modern Marvel Universe. I told you that already. Secret Wars, well, that's the end of the modern Marvel Universe. That spins out of Jonathan Hickman's Avengers run. Interdimensional incursions have eliminated each and every alternate universe, one by one. The only thing left is the Marvel Universe and the Ultimate Universe. And they collide and explode. And guess what? Now there's nothing left. The Marvel Universe is over. And we get Secret Wars. One planet in one universe, and that's it. And it is ruled by Doctor Doom, and it is super cool. They did take old stories like X-Men Inferno, like Planet Hulk, like Old Man Logan, and sort of patched them together in this world as countries. So you had all these little different countries from different storylines in the past, and Doctor Doom ruled it all. It was great. It's also important. It's how Miles Morales gets into the Marvel Universe. All the Ultimate characters get into the new Marvel Universe. It's why Reed Richards is missing and not in the Marvel Universe right now. It happens in Secret Wars. It is a little disappointing, though, because lots of things that happened, lots of things that were being led up to before Secret Wars, during Secret Wars. When Secret Wars was over, a lot of threads have still not been picked up on, including where Reed Richards is. Wish Marvel Editorial would pick up on some of those threads. But Secret Wars is an awesome book. It is the end of the Marvel Universe as we once knew it. We went all new after that. But check it out. It is an excellent read. All right, so that brings us to our last entrant in the Marvel bracket for the 9th annual 2018 Cosmic Madness Tournament, the required reading rumble, and it is The Vision. Who? What? The Vision. Yes, The Vision. I mean, we had to get a Tom King book in here. You guys know who Tom King is? He writes Batman. He writes Mr. Miracle. He wrote the Swamp Thing Winter Special that came out 2 weeks ago. Tom King, probably the hottest new writer of the last 3-4 years. He's on fire. Vision is the book that got him the Batman gig. I mean, the Batman gig, one of the best 5 jobs in comics? You're writing Batman, for goodness sakes. Vision was the one that started it all. Super critically acclaimed. He's super hot right now. As I said, best new writer in the last 3 to 5 years without any problem at all. The Vision just came out in 2015. It was 12 issues. Vision trying to lead a normal family life, normal human life. It's not a normal superhero book. Tom King's not your normal writer. Breathing life into a family of synthezoids, as only Tom King can. That'll wrap up the 8 contestants for the Marvel bracket. Join us tomorrow, or with the click of the button if you haven't, if you're waited a few days. And we're doing Image next. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Let's get